Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Oh, here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And may God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. Welcome. This is the final month of the year, and arguably my favorite month of the year. Yeah, I know, we have the summers up at a.k.a. and when spring first happens, and there are times in fall that are great, but when I think of like a favorite time of year where I just can't live life without, it's got to be the holiday season, Christmas. And the fact my birthday is later this month too helps as well. One moment, please. Yeah, I'm nice and comfortable if I'm going to do this now, won't I? Good morning and happy holiday hump day, everybody. Yes, I am so excited to get to wear the hat again. I am beyond words. So, let's see, let's get my little behind my act of kindness before I get into something I kind of want to do this month. So, let's see, my low is... Well, actually, my low happened in preparation for this video because I wanted to make my dinner for later, and I accidentally burned my hand on the oven rack. Well, I burned the side. I was putting something in the oven and it hit the side of the oven rack. You get the idea. So I burned myself, and it kind of hurts, but luckily I put a Band-Aid on, so it's cool. But my high is, I got everything I needed to done, and come on. It's Christmas. I mean, I love this month, man. I don't know what to tell you. And actually, this hat likes to sink down on me. I don't know why. There we go. And let's see. What was my act of kindness? What was my act of kindness again? Oh, right. I helped my father take care of something yesterday. Nothing strenuous or major, but either way, I'm here. So let's get into, what I would like to do for, this month. I think what I'll do is, because there's something because I've been contemplating about, doing this for a little while. Because I'm actually subscribed to a lot of people on YouTube, and a lot of them are obviously very, very famous in their own right, or they're well liked, or they're very informative, stuff like that. And unfortunately, I find myself gravitating towards watching some over others. So for those select few. And keep in mind, there's a lot of again, some of these people are under the same category too, so it gets even more difficult to do. So I want to take this month to personally thank, all of the YouTube channels out there that I watch throughout the year, and thank them for entertaining me, and this is basically my shout out to them in that regard. And before I begin every video, I'm going to try, keyword try, to try and give them their shout out early so I can get into talking about what I want to talk about. Because it's a time for giving, and giving a shout out really can mean a lot. So you should subscribe to their channels too, obviously. And honestly, I can think of nowhere to start than the person that I've easily watched the most on YouTube, Chuggaaconroy, who, as we speak, is on the verge of finishing his longest Let's Play ever in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Seriously, he's been working on that since September of 2020. And it's December of 2021 now. And let's just say, for once, the pandemic was actually a good thing, because that game is so massive and huge. Because he had to stay inside all the time, he had no choice but to play it. So he did. So, yes. This video will be dedicated to not just Chuggaaconroy, but he's also part of a group called the Runaway Guys, which features ProtonJon and NintendoCapriSun. So I'll put a link to each and every one of their respective channels. And I'll also put a link to the Runaway Guys' channel as well. Because all throughout the year, I'm very entertained by these guys. They're hilarious, they're fun. They're one of the main reasons why I still feel like I'm a cat. They make a casual gamer feel welcome, you know? That's why I think they're so effective in what they do. So, to Chuggaaconroy, ProtonJon, and NintendoCapriSun, you guys are awesome. Thank you to the Runaway Guys. And again, I'll put links to each one of their channels in the description down below. Man, this is gonna be a huge month for putting links in descriptions down below, right? Oh. Pardon me, my window's open. It was actually because I was working on making myself dinner for later. It got really hot in my apartment, so I opened a window. And you would think because we're in December, it's actually really cold. Honestly, I feel rather fine. In fact, I still feel kind of hot. I'd open up my other window too, but I want to wait until this video is over because honestly, I feel comfortable where I'm at right now. Plus, I don't want to get up out of this chair. I'm too lazy. I feel very comfortable. But speaking of Chuggaaconroy, I'd say he's almost done finishing up Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm being serious. It's easily the longest playthrough he's ever done. At this time, 210 episodes. And he said 217 will be the final one. Which should bring him to, well, I'd say this time next week. But Chuggaaconroy, knowing him, he would rather end it like on a weekend or something. Or maybe have the final video be on a Friday or a Saturday, something along those lines. When he starts a new Let's Play, he likes to have it be on a Friday or Saturday, which makes sense. If you want to kick your weekend off right, do it by watching one of his videos. And credit where credit's due, man. Best case scenario in terms of length, a video is 20 minutes in terms of if you want a short video. For for actual long time, it's gosh, I think he has one video that's an hour and a half. And that's and that's just with all the editing he did. So he's probably, seriously, there's some things he worked on for several days just to do one thing in that game. It's crazy. And not for nothing, it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm not really interested in that game. But, if you're interested in Xenoblade Chronicles or the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or the original Xenoblade Chronicles, good on you. I haven't played them, but I've seen Chuggaaconroy's Let's Play of both of those games, and, I was thoroughly entertained. And I think that's what makes Chuggaaconroy, again, I talked about Chuggaaconroy Tedium before, but it bears mentioning. He's just the kind of guy that, you just watch him do what he does, and you can't help but smile at it. There's definitely a lot of, passion in what he does. And not just for Chuggaaconroy, but for ProtonJon and NintendoCapriSun too. Even though, truthfully, I watch Chuggaaconroy more than both of them easily. But you can tell that there's, a lot of love and joy in what they do for a living. Yeah, that's actually... Man, if only I knew how to edit, then I'd easily be able to make, a living and stuff, but I don't know how to do that. Honestly, I'm the sort of, a big truck drove by. He's a one-take kind of guy, if you couldn't tell by pretty much every single video I've ever done so far. But, yeah. I can't believe we're actually in the final month of December already. It's so... don't get me wrong. It was bound to happen eventually anyway. But you never really think just how grand as a whole this year was. And when I say grand, it really could be grand in a good thing or grand in a bad thing. Because some, magnitude, you know what I mean? Honestly, this year, well, comparatively, it was obviously better than 2020. I don't even need to really say that, but in case anyone was looking for confirmation, there it was. If I were to guess, like, at this point, if you were to tell me the best thing that happened in 2021, well, obviously the fact that I became an uncle again to my third nephew easily would be number one at this point. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to really, top that. And the sad part is, there are so many other great things that happened this year. That, family celebrations like birthdays and stuff, holidays like Easter and Valentine's Day and, 4th of July, St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving just recently, Halloween, all those things. Not to mention, I mean, that summer up at Cuckoo Lake that I had on my mother's side of the family, like, I said it before and I'll say it again. This was probably 2021, which this is going to sound kind of weird considering that, yeah, it is 2021. But since I started making videos, this was the best summer I had, easily. And as good as all that was, I would say, as of right now, it's my nephew being born. In fact, truth be told, I could probably, just outright call that, my nephew being born, nothing is ever going to top that for the rest of this year. And probably any of all next year either. But, you don't want to be too preemptive. Plus, if I focus on that one instance, which was back in August, so not that long ago. If I focused on that, I'm not going to be able to enjoy any other great thing going forward because I'll set it to that standard. I want to do that, especially not this time of year. I mean, it's the holiday season, man. This is the time to enjoy being with the ones you love and given all the, yeah, I'll make this joke too because Lord knows everyone else has. Given all the commercialism that's going on throughout this year and this holiday season, I mean, there are some stores that had their Christmas decorations up before Halloween before Halloween was over. So, yeah, some people have been getting ready for months. So, honestly, I just enjoy the ride. I do. I mean, some of the chaos is kind of fun to watch. A little. Especially since I'm not really a part of it. But in terms of the things I like to do, it really isn't any different from what I do at any point throughout the year. I just sit back, relax within reason, enjoy the ride, try and have a nice day whenever possible, and take time to remember the people in my life who love and care for me as I care for them. So, at least that's my advice for this year. And, I mean, just looking at 2021 as a whole, it already started great with One Piece Chapter 1000 coming out. Which we're already at Chapter 1034 this upcoming week. So, the way I see it's probably going to be 1,036 chapters by the end of this year, maybe 1,037, which before the pandemic last year, that was around the average we got a year. So, okay, it's not too bad. I mean, there's going to be a chapter this week, of course. At this time, I know nothing about it other than it's going to be coming out this upcoming week, and that's really about it. So, in terms of plans for this holiday season right now, well, again, pretty much do what I normally do throughout the week, visit my family on the weekends, my mother and father, because, in these, even though the pandemic is a lot better, being surrounded by family is easily the best thing you can do for yourself. So you can always do that. Of course, if you are feeling down this holiday season, I get it, because lots of people do. This is going to be a very stressful time of year. But it is possible to dig deep and power on through it. Plus, when you're in that right moment, even in your most stressed at this time of year, like it's around like family, you're having like your favorite thing to eat this time of year, something like that, it can make everything go away, at least for a little bit. At least that's all I like to tell myself. Anyway, gosh, I love this time of year. Like, favorite, share, the subscribe button, follow me, so subscribe to YouTube. I'm very home this video for all of you guys who are watching Joe for you. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, we'll be here. Linear's right back. Take care and make a choice. See ya.